Hey guys, so I'm going to go over this new champion Kindred, and I'm going to be kind of highlighting what I think is the best runes, the best masteries, and the best items, and also kind of what Kindred actually does. So Kindred's E cripples an enemy, slowing their movement speed by 7% for 1 second, and also it applies an effect like Vayne's W, where you attack 3 times, and you get the third attack does bonus damage, similar to how Vayne's W works. Kindred's Q makes you vault forward, similar to how Vayne Tumble works, except for you fire 3 arrows at nearby enemies. Note though, if there's only one enemy, your Q will only fire 1 arrow. As far as skill order is concerned, I consider maxing Q to be the best if you're going to try to be aggressive on enemy champions. Or you can max your W for pushing. I think that maxing E is a bad idea because it costs so much mana. But the Q mana is only 30 and the W mana is only 40. So as you can see with the W, it basically auto pushes the lane. For 40 mana, it's not bad. But you want to max W in a lane where you don't think you're going to win and you just want to push out. But you want to max Q in a lane where you want to go really, really aggressive. Another thing to note is that there's synergy with Kindred Q and W. If you drop the W, if you Q inside the W radius, you end up having a 2-second cooldown only on your Q. So that makes it actually even more beneficial to max your Q because you'll have less cooldown on it. You'll be able to pump out a lot of damage in a full-on engaged fight. So I think actually maxing Q is definitely the best way to go. The other thing to know about Kindred's W, however, is that the wolf will not leave the area. So as soon as the mob exits the area, Wolf will immediately teleport back in the middle and keep trying to leave the area until the W runs out. Also note that Kindred's W will target turrets, and if an enemy minion enters the radius, the wolf should stay on the turret. So with Kindred ult, you basically bless an area, and in that area, nothing can be reduced below 10% health or die. And also, after the ult is over, it heals everything for 250. The passive, periodically on your map, a little icon will appear and it will tell you to go kill this camp. And if you do that, you end up getting a buff for the rest of the game. It increases your damage. As you can see, I already have 1 stack, and this is about to add another stack. And what it will do is, like I said, it will give you a buff. And now, every attack that I do deals 2.5% of the enemy's current health as bonus field damage. With the passive, you can choose a champion, and basically it will mark this champion, and if you get an assist or you kill this champion, you'll get a stack of your passive. So for example, I see Lux in this lane, she's pretty squishy, so I'm going to choose her, and that will mark her now. So if I get a kill or I get an assist against her, then it will add a stack of my passive. As far as items are concerned, I think you're going to either want to go one of 2 ways. You're going to either want to go for a on-hit percentage build that's more tanky, can kite better, or you're going to want to be able to rely on your teammates to peel for you with a crit build. And either way, you're going to be doing a pretty good amount of damage. The crit build obviously is going to be doing a lot more damage in burst amounts, but you're not going to have the utility from Frozen Mallet. And also you can swap out Black Cleaver for like a BT, or you can swap it out for like a GA. So it's really up to your personal preference how you like to build, but I think that either way, both builds can work. Like I said, I think Frozen Value you can interchange for even items like Mob Mortius or maybe a GA. But either way, you're going to have a lot of on-hit damage either way. So Bork is going to be your main core item, similar to how Vayne uses Bork as her main core item. As far as runes are concerned, I think this is probably the most standard page. You can also go flat MR if you want more MR early on, but after level 9, MR per level gives you more MR. So if you can make it to level 9, you end up getting more benefit out of MR per level. But if you are getting killed before level 9, you should have probably got flat magic resist. Also, you can use cooldown reduction blues, and that will help the cooldown on your Q and your W so you can spam them more. As far as yellows are concerned, I think armor is the best way to go. If you're going to go a mid or top Kindred, maybe you could go health per level, depending on what your lane is. As far as reds are concerned, I think armor pen or physical damage is good. Armor pen is really good because your passive actually gives you bonus percentage damage as physical damage. So it scales with armor pen, It doesn't scale with physical damage, however. So Armor Pen scales with your passive and your E, I think. Quintessence should be physical damage or Armor Pen. Again, it scales with your E and your passive percentage damage. And also, I think you can go Lifesteal as well on Quints if you prefer Lifesteal. It will be harder last hit if you go Armor Pen, but you will scale better. As far as Masteries are concerned, I think that the best way to go is CDR, especially because your Q and your W have such low mana cost, and they also have great synergy with CDR. But as far as a lot of other things, I think that you can change out a bunch of other things. Like, I think you can change out even Executioner in Dangerous Game, possibly. But I think another thing you can definitely do is if you're going to go for like a Black Cleaver build, you can definitely toss out Frenzy, and you can put it into Blade Weaving, and also you can toss out Juggernaut and put it into Blade Weaving as well. Although if you're going to go Black Cleaver, you're probably going to want Juggernaut, but you can maybe toss out at this point and put it into Blade Weaving as well. Or you can toss out Dangerous Game, and yeah, there's a few options I think with Mastery.